Israel are really offended and I'm telling me that I shouldn't do this and that I am stabbing them in the back or something. I don't know. What do you think about that? Isn't it like kind of,
I
what's
think
the word?
I think that
Suspicious?
I think that replacement theology is against the New Testament. So any Christian that claims that replacement theology, where there's somehow this, I think if I could be honest, I think a lot of Christians forget that Jesus was a Jew. I think a lot of Christians want to make him not a Jew. I think a lot of Christians fall into replacement theology so hard that they want to cut a covenant that God had with the Jews. And I don't think it's biblical.
But what do you think about pro-Israelis that are telling me that they're offended by this background?
Pro-Israelis?
Are they trying to silence
they're
me?
not. They're not.
Pro-Israeli
Well,
Christians.
You can't be pro-Israeli and also support people that are saying that the Jews that are the European Jews are not Jews. You can't be.
No, so they don't say these things, but they're telling me that this background is offensive because it says let's address the Christian problem, and even though there is a Christian problem, they say that me talking about it and me putting up such backgrounds is somehow offensive to Christianity.
So would you think it would be so do you think it's a Christian problem or do you think it's an anti-Semitic problem?
I think it's both. Historically, Christians have used their religion to persecute Jews, right?
Yeah, I think Muslims have too. I mean, I really think everybody
Muslims
has
have too.
To some degree. To some degree.
Yeah,
I mean, what religion has?
If we wanna like do an Olympic, the truth is Christians have oppressed Jews more than Muslims have.
I mean, this is the question that I ask Christians too, right? So we're all for the idea of the Crusades when it comes to Islam, but you also have to remember that the pogroms happened and the Crusades happened, and so why were they also forcing Jews to convert?
Yeah, but there were Crusades happening. Oh wait, pogroms. Yeah, pogroms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they were also forcing Jews. So what were the Jews doing? Nothing.
And Jews were oppressed in Europe and in the Middle East. They were second-class citizens, and they were used as pleased. They were taken advantage of, basically.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree with that. I mean, my mother lost half her family in the H cost. I understand.
To dads or anything?
What? Renzi, what do you say? Renzi, you're on the panel. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, you came out by accident.
I don't know why Carl, why are you so upset? He's like, he's not saying anything that isn't true. Do you want to be responsible for these people? I wouldn't. You're not even Catholic, Carl.
Carl doesn't support. Carl's one of the anti-Semite Christians, so it doesn't matter. But what's it called? When were you born Christian or were you born Jewish and you converted?
I grew up Jewish my whole life.
And you converted on your own?
Well, my dad. So my mother was like not religious. Like she was Jewish, but she was more like her family kind of was more reformed. Or not even reformed, like conservative. And then I went to yeshiva growing up. I went to like a Chabad yeshiva growing up. And then my dad, when my mother met my father, she wasn't observant and he was also not religious. He was raised Catholic and then he became a born again Christian and he got really into the Bible and was really very like kind and respectful to the Jewish community. Like he used to do a lot of things for our shul. Like he was really liked my rabbi. So he never said anything bad about Judaism. And I kind of, when I got older, I was able to make my own decision on what I wanted to believe in. So I went to my rabbi and asked him.
Quick question.
He didn't have the answers for me. So
aren't Jews supposed to serve Christians?
What?
Can you introduce yourself, Wal?
What do you want us to serve you?
I'm just saying, like,
you want a cup of coffee, tea?
I'm just saying you're like, let's address the Christian problem. Like you don't need help anymore.
Don't you pray every day to a Jew?
Dude, aren't you supposed to be our stooges?
Nope.
Like, what are you doing here?
No, you're the one that prays to a Jew every day.
No,
right?
I'm just a cultural Christian.
Yeah, well, you're still Christian, so you don't pray, right? But your God is a Jew. The highest person that you admire in the world is a Jew.
Dude, you're supposed to be, yeah, but in this world though, you're supposed to be our stooges. Like we give you like a privileged position, and then you like don't cause trouble.
Hey, are you a Christian?
No.
You're not a
Why are
Christian?
you saying we?
He said he's a cultural Christian.
Yeah, cultural Christian. Go read Romans 11 and then tell me what you think about yourself. How about that?
Where do they have those at?
Well, you better thank the Jews for civilization, because it is the Jews that built modern day civilization that we have today.
Dude, you better thank Britain and the USA for your country in the Middle East today.
Who do you think built the USA?
White guys.
White guys? Well, guess what? Yeah, that's somewhat true, but without Jews, USA wouldn't exist. It's really called the USA.
How you figure that one out?
Let's see. So in 1492, Columbus was a Jew, right? He discovered America.
No, he was Italian.
And then in 1776, during the American Revolution, it was funded by a Jew. The entire American Revolution was funded by the Jewish community.
Name this Jew.
Chaim Salomon.
No.
George Washington took money from AIPAC.
I don't even know who that is, but he sounds like he lived like 200 years after the American Revolution.
So you don't even know who he is, but you're telling us that I'm wrong?
If I Google him...
See, this is how stupid... Yeah, Google him right now. Google him right now.
And you're 2 centuries off the date.
Google him right now.
You're just
Google
a lying Jew.
All right, Google him right now.
If you're 2 centuries off the date,
listen, shut up, Goy. Go Google it right now.
Christopher Columbus was a Jew.
Here's the evidence, since you don't believe me. This is from Track AIPAC. George Washington took a check.
Oh, I haven't heard about this, but it's what Wikipedia says too. I mean, I'd have to. It's possible. It's possible, right? But that doesn't change the fact that in the modern day, you are my stooge, Build-A-Bear. You need to do what I say.
Prove it. I mean, the last thing I've heard was that the white people are enslaved to the Jews. So how are we your stooges?
Think about it like this, right?
Think about it like this: you wouldn't have Christianity if it weren't for the Jews.
Think about it. Why is the white American man so powerful, right?
That is true.
Because the Jews made them powerful.
No. It's because
what
the white
turned
American.
America? What made America so powerful? One second. What made? Well, let me ask you. All right.
Can I finish my point, or you just need to keep kibitzing me? You just need to keep kibitzing me halfway through.
We'll keep kibitzing, but go. What do you want?
So the reason why the white American man is so powerful, right, is because he's the only race that thinks like a rabbi, but looks like a goy. Yes.
Okay. Is that all you had to say?
I mean, that's just true, though. Like,
let me ask you a question. What made America into a superpower? Because you want to talk about American power. What made America a superpower?
Scaling, historical circumstance, good governance.
No, there was one event in history that officially made America into the world superpower. What was it?
Yeah, WW2.
What part of WW2?
The atomic age.
Oh, who built the atomic bomb?
Some Jews did contribute pretty good to that program. Pretty good.
The Jews actually built it. Oppenheimer was a Jew.
Yeah, that's
so there you go.
Yeah, but if you know,
there you go again. You talk about American strength.
Yeah, but
which you wouldn't have without the Jews.
But if
you talk about American strength, which wouldn't exist without the Jews.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. But if you know anything about scientific development, he just led the program.
Oh, so
He didn't build it
Einstein did the rest of the work, right? Because he was also Jewish.
Einstein was just putting together, like, he was synthesizing a lot of theoretical physics ideas that were in the international community at the time, and he was one of the first people
Honestly,
to
I
crystallize
want to change the background.
But
I want to ask you a question. What could we do to make the Goyim like us more? Well, this is a question for you.
Yes. I'll tell you a couple Jews that I do like, right? I like Zuckerberg. I like Sam Altman.
Is this the real Himar? My question was what could the Jews do to make the Goyim like us more?
Who else would it be?
What's up, Himar?
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Good. What's the best answer we're getting lately?
I guess back to the ovens.
Back to ovens.
To take Jesus as our Lord and Savior.
And
Or
they
that.
also become a bar of soap or a lampshade. It's usually pretty popular too.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
Did you guys watch that documentary well, I wouldn't even call it a documentary. He's walking around with two of the dumbest guys I ever met in my life the whole time for an hour. The guy who was in New Jersey, something Oliveira, Tyler.
Oh yeah, he went to. I saw that. You watched the video. It was so funny.
Yeah.
You saw when he goes to that one rich Jewish guy's home that invites him in and brags about how he toppled the government and he's friends with Donald Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I watched
funny.
the video.
And they're like, oh my God, it was hilarious.
What documentary is
he
this?
Basically, this guy that
Tyler Oliveira, I think his name is.
Yeah, Tyler Oliveira. He went to KJ. He recently went to Muncie and Lakewood and like surrounding neighborhoods to Lakewood, and he just basically gave out a video about how Jews live.
He says
trying to say that they're like the Jewish takeover.
He says we're taking over America.
But like what? One small community at a time?
I can't wait till we do that.
I'm literally like, what are you starting with, Squirrel Hill?
Yeah. He was trying to say that Lakewood, what the Jews are doing in Lakewood and Muncie is what they're going to do to the entire America.
They forgot we're taking what's it called too? Tom's River and Deal also.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
Jackson. They were really upset about over there.
Quickly.
Jackson was their biggest problem. They got a bunch of like people to complain. There's this one lady that she started a Goyim Unite movement, and she was yapping about how they're trying to turn Jackson into Lakewood.
And we're just driving up the real estate. No worries, people. We're gonna make your house worth $6 million in 2 years.
Were you like, that's because everybody's moving out of New York?
You know what's the funniest part of the video?
If moving out of New York for politics, they're not going to Jersey. I'm sure of it. They're going because the governor of Jersey is not any better.
But also Muncie's in New York. No one's moving out of Muncie. Muncie's growing.
No one's going from the city to Muncie. No one's leaving Muncie to the city.
No, people are going from the city to Muncie. Brooklyn, a lot of people in Brooklyn are still moving to Muncie. The city's packing out. A lot of people are leaving.
That's just like really sad.
It is.
Muncie's boring as hell.
There's like 5,000. There's like 5,000 mosques in the States and 3,000 synagogues. But the mosques are not a really reported figure. Same thing with synagogues because there's like.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I guarantee
I don't know how they do it in Canada, but in the city in New York, they don't fucking build nice mosques like we do, where we spend millions of dollars on every synagogue. They will literally put a sign on a commercial door front and say prayers here 5 times.
No, I don't know.
To be fair, I've seen.
It'll be a jacked up.
Yeah, but those are called prayer. Those are called prayer centers, and look, we have them. Like the Orthodox community has them too.
Yeah,
a lot
the
of
Orthodox do them too, Ramsey. To be fair,
they've turned. I know because listen, I work in the center of Jewish working people. I work in Midtown. Okay, we have tons of
Brooklyn?
prayer centers. No, in New York, in the city.
Oh, I used to
We have
fix.
In the
tons of-
city.
I used to fix cars up in Midtown.
Yeah, in the city, you go. There's so many
We have tons of prayer centers. Yeah, I understand.
unofficial prayer centers.
Yes, but even
Like
those
right
are
near
nicer.
Patisse Cafe, there's like a Chabad, unofficial Chabad.
Come drive through Brooklyn, and you'll see that all these like old beat up in like the ghettoist areas.
Oh,
Yeah,
you meant Midtown Brooklyn?
Buildings are now mosques.
Wait, does she mean Midtown Brooklyn or Midtown Manhattan?
Midtown Manhattan.
Okay, someone
If you
said
go to
that-
Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, there it's like mini Palestine. It's terrible.
It's literally
Yeah,
Little
it's
Lebanon.
mid-
It's so
Renzi,
awful.
I don't know because in my town we have like four shows, four nice ones, and then there's one mosque, but it's huge and it's very nice, but
I haven't seen
nowhere
any
near the Jews.
mosques here.
Nowhere near
I'm
the
pretty
Jews.
sure. I'm pretty sure New Jersey has a bunch of Muslims and mosques, but I'm pretty sure there's more synagogues in New Jersey than mosques.
I mean, look, you go to an Orthodox town, it's like going to a very religious, area. I mean, people are going to have a lot of kids. It's what religious people do.
Yeah,
He's
and I
trying to
think that's
paint it
honestly
like-
what runs it down.
But the funniest part of the video is at the end of the video, all the way at the end, they all admitted that they're all just really jealous. And they said that the Jews, what they do is, they're so powerful because of how much connected they are and they all share the same interest and common goals. And he's like, we have to start doing the same. And he said they have to start doing the same, not to be better, but only to stop the Jews from doing what we're doing.
Josh, before 10-7, we used to debate a lot of BHIs. And we used to try to give them the plan, like get together and build community. And that's how you win in life. That's how the Jews are winning. And they were like, well, we all disagree and we all follow different things. And I was like, that's not our problem. We're telling you how we do it. This is how you do it. And we would like break it down. You invest in each other. You buy from each other. You open your own supermarkets, your own clothing stores. You do business together. You buy real estate from each other. You partner together, and they're just not getting it.
I mean,
Jews network better than anyone else.
yeah, look, I mean, they said, though, like at one point they were talking about like how the taxpayers have to pay for their school buses, and like, okay, but they go to private schools, or yeshivas, they don't go to the public schools. So, I mean, isn't it better that you're just paying for a bus for a kid rather than the teacher, like rather than the teachers in the school and everything? They say they bought
I
it.
go broke paying for Shiva.
They're like, they've bought buildings, they've bought schools, they've built. He's like standing there in front of a kosher market, the guy, and he says, this was a field, and look what they've done here.
Junk field. Like, this used to be a rust field.
They built a mini mall. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
I really want to see this
and they
document.
asked,
Can you put the name of it in the chat so I can?
it's Tyler. Search Tyler Oliver.
It's all over the internet. You won't have trouble.
And it's the
finding
latest result. But what's it called? And then Tyler asks him, the non-Jewish guy, do they let non-Jewish people shop there? He's like, oh yeah, they let us shop.
He's like, they're even super nice to us.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
The women are very nice to
They
us.
cut the deli meat really thin.
But they're upset that we didn't invite. This is what they said. They're upset that the Jews don't invite them into our synagogues and treat them as if they're one of our own, and we didn't send our kids to their schools. That's what offends them. That's what they were saying, that they want to have their own community. Basically, they kept saying they're very jealous of the Jews. But not that they want to do the same, they just don't want the Jews to keep doing it. They're too lazy to do what the Jews do.
I mean,
they just
let's
rather the
face
Jews
it, the
stop.
Jewish population is going to grow like any other population. I mean,
We're
they're
gonna
never.
outbreed the.
We literally just got, what's coincidental? Literally last year, according to Yad Vashem, we literally just got back, I think the official tally is we're kind of like, just as of last year, we were like 100,000 shy of the Holocaust. We're like, oh, time to do it again.
Oh no.
It's like, this is we literally just last year got back to the population pre-Holocaust. And look what's happening now. The war in Gaza is over. So now the new shtick is the pushing, that bringing in the right wing and the
blood libel
Catholics
again.
and everything else.
Busy making kids.
Excuse me, I did 5. I made 5.
Listen, reality is the Orthodox Jews will outbreed the secular Jews within the next 50 years or so.
Well, thank God.
Secular Jews have a lot of kids too.
No.
Well, I mean, look. I mean,
I've made a few.
They're continuing they're growing our population. I mean, we're rabbi like at our synagogue, like, and I keep in mind, like, where I go like a couple times a year just for the high holidays is like Temple Emmanuel. It's like Reform. I mean,
that's Reform. That's what my grandparents used to
do. But they had the conversation about it, like, look, like in big cities like, Montreal, Miami, and, a lot of places where there's, secular Jews, so much mixed marriage, we're not really doing our part. I mean, people made their argument for why the, the Hasids, the Haredi, whatever, should be in the army, and I was sort of against it. I mean, people made good points. They're part of the country, this and that. I just kind of feel very strongly, like, when that topic was around last year, like, they're studying Torah all day and having all these kids. Like, I feel like they're doing I feel like they're doing their part for Judaism. That was just my initial thought.
And also, Himar, soon enough, Palantir will be strong enough that we won't even need, like, anyone to serve,
I don't know. They always say, like, the Muslims are outbreeding the Jews, but I'm like, but not really, because they, like, strap stuff to their kids. Like, it's not right.
No, but they are outbreeding us. Let's be fair.
At a way faster rate. They're in jail.
Bro, they're marrying their cousins and having, like, 10 kids per wife and have up to 4 wives.
I read something.
They're definitely outbreeding everyone.
My Muslim neighbor has 2 wives.
I think the
Muslims have doubled in like 50 years. In the past, I think 100 years, the Muslim population has doubled.
They live in a 1-bedroom basement.
Wow. Well, I read something, or I saw a video, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. There was some Arab Muslims that were like trying to come over the wall, and some like Arab Israeli Muslim, like there was some, like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I saw.
I have a question for you. If you could schnook any country in the world, which would you pick?
Does it have to be a country?
Yeah. Because if it's not a country, you can't schnook.
All right, I'm going to go on pause for the answer.
Could it be a fake country? Could it be a made-up place? No, I don't know. I don't know. Like, nuke involves a lot of civilian casualties.
Which one would you choose?
Gaza probably has the least civilians.
It's too small, though. And it'll harm Israel.
This was a made up, like, whatever. Every Muslim Arab country, if they could nuke, and there would only be a toss up between America and Israel. I think they would all choose Israel.
I'll choose Pakistan.
Why Pakistan?
I'd second that.
I think
because it has the most human rights violations on the planet.
The most
every day
PDF children.
Every day, more people get harmed in Pakistan than any other country in the world.
I picked Somalia.
I think there's a grape every like 40.
What's up, Ty?
It's like a grape every 40 seconds.
Yeah,
but Somalia, that wouldn't be anything because they're all here, so it doesn't.
Somalia would be on the top 5.
Did you guys enjoy the Ilhan Omar show yesterday?
That was wild.
No, but I saw a video of Nick Fuentes. On the internet begging Netanyahu to assassinate Hassan Piker, and he said he promised that if Netanyahu assassinates Piker, then him and all the gripers are going to become pro-Israel.
So should we do it?
Might be a good. It might be a good.
The favorite part is the fact that they're still wearing keffiyehs to government, events. Like, nobody cares about Palestine anymore. No one. And you're
doesn't
still
matter.
putting
They
that
at the point
ass watermelon earrings on your fucking face, looking like a dumbass. Yeah.
Well, it was never about
TV?
Palestine. It was about the Jews, and now they found a new way with like some new things that they're doing.
You guys know the guy on TV, Uyghur? What's his name? The guy that has this show, the fat guy that's like pro-Palestine, claims not to be a Muslim.
Cenk Uygur.
Yeah, you know that he's Hassan Piker's uncle?
No.
I think I just found out.
What do you think of that live there with that girl Tasnimo that she always hosts those Josephine and Tony Aguilar? Did you guys see it today?
Yeah, Tasnimo decided to open her camera, I realized.
No.
Trying to get more.
That wasn't her, bro.
Oh, someone else was using her account.
That was this woman, something Pilon, who used to be Miss America, who like had some scandals and like got selected in 2016 to be like on some religious council and then got pulled because of her, like the way she was like trying to.
So she was the guest. She was like the surprise guest.
Dude, do you think Nemo looks like that?
I don't know. I didn't really see her, but I was surprised that
you
Taz
didn't
would
see
open her
it. Then
camera.
you didn't see it. But the way that they're recruiting people now is so like slimy. Like they're like pushing America first, like trying to pull in the right wing conservatives. But the whole thing is like I guarantee you, like for sure. What's her name? Tasnimo. Like she's working with some major organizations, like that big group that Ben and Jerry's funds and CARE and SJP and all that stuff. Like the way she's getting these gas and pushing this stuff and everything else like that.
I'm surprised that Trump still hasn't shut down CARE completely. Like CARE has open ties to the Brotherhood, Hamas, Hezbollah. I don't understand how they still exist. It's ridiculous.
What's up?
What's up, Dapper?
What's up? No, what they're doing actually is very smart. This guy, DJK and Tasnimo, they're appealing to these white Americans who hate Jews, right? And they're using them as a mouthpiece to propagate their propaganda, right? Because they want white people, they know white people are going to understand white people. And that's why they're using these, whiteys like, what's his name? The other Gunner, the other guy.
Yeah, Gunner. They just
he's so gross.
He looks like an American guy, so they're gonna listen to him, as opposed to somebody like DJK or these dirty pallies. So they're pretty smart. They're infiltrating all these MAGA lives and picking up people to talk for them.
Yeah, I think the far right is turning brown and black nowadays. Like you got Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes is a Mexican.
Myron.
Oh, they got Rudy now too.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Huh? Candace Owens is an
Danny said in the comments that Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy is he's not even fucking supporting Israel anymore. The guy is always talking about hating on Trump. I think at one point he was saying that we were unaliving kids in Gaza.
Who's Rudy?
Rudy, moderate Democrat. The tiki-taki guy?
I haven't watched his lives in years.
Yeah, the guy that was begging Michael Hoss for money.
Tiki-takis. I remember the tiki-takis. That shit was funny.
Yeah. But I think we need to get back on the game, talking about these radicals.
Yeah, but they don't let us. They're smart though. They don't debate us because we always wipe I mean, not me necessarily. I would usually just end up going off the handle eventually. But I mean, the good ones, they don't bring them up anymore. Like you can't get up on one of when Tasnimo has one of her lives, like a girl like Deb or Coach could have literally wiped the floor with their whole panel.
Obviously, they're not going to bring up our people because we're going to expose their lies. Yeah. That's why we have to stream it and, narrate, go over what they're saying and expose their lies.
But we didn't get the views they got.
D-Light did that today.
Well, I mean, we're all sitting here part of Let's Address the Christian Problem. We're not going to really do too much to attract Christians that want to listen to our point of view.
I think the main issue with us is that we're not organized. You need to be organized. Let one group focus on Islam, one group focus on Palestine and Gaza and all that. Another group focus on something else.
No, that's not the problem.
I don't know.
What the real problem is?
We're focused on
Wait, who's gonna focus on the drama?
We're focused on
me and
Douglas.
CJ. Douglas.
Dapper, CJ, and Douglas. Wait, I thought CJ left TikTok. But then I saw him earlier.
I'll tell you the truth, Dapper, I tried to go on a debate live today, and I got so annoyed, and I just didn't even want to
Yeah, it's played out at this point. Yeah. But it's not over. Listen, even if the war is over, we take over Gaza and this and that. At the end of the day, you still have to fight radical Islam, which is going to try to take us down.
I love doing that. That's
ends.
my favorite thing to debate.
Yeah, but there are so many Christians that are blind to it, and they think that they want to ally with the Muslims to go against the Jews.
You don't.
I call
you don't
that
even
Chrislam. That's what I call Chrislam.
Bill DeBear, you don't even understand.
Josh,
Do you know how many Christians
don't believe that shit?
That's not
What
true.
did you say?
That's not true.
The
The majority of the Christians that I've talked to that don't like Jews are from the Middle East. That's not true.
Yeah, Renzi,
they don't
that's
like
not
Jews,
true.
but they don't like Palestinians either.
Exactly. So Renzi, these aren't, people that
Nobody
hate that like us.
That's not something we're gonna fix, and that's fine.
But that's the thing. We shouldn't.
We stay
So
more
let me just say
Jewish when
something.
people dislike us, and we tend to assimilate when people like us. So,
Let me tell you guys something. The real solution is that Jews need to be more religious, and if all Jews become more religious, then automatically that would make Jews more united, because religious Jews are more united than secular Jews are, and once all Jews are religious, there's a lot more for us to unite on. And once that happens, the Jewish people are going to be unstoppable.
That's not true, because there are, listen, there's Neturei Karta, there's the Satmars, they're religious and they don't support Israel. And there's a lot of people who are ethnically Jewish that they support Israel and
not
they're
enlisting.
But
if all Jews become religious, then Mashiach will come.
But will they still enlist?
We wouldn't need them to enlist, because we'll have the iron. We'll have what's it called? Palantir to fight all the enemies.
yeah, we
But
have
like
Mashiach.
to address your prompt, the thing
We'll have Mashiach.
in the beginning you said that there were Christians that were offended, that were Christian Zionists that are offended by your prompt, and I think I know why. I am a Christian Zionist. I am personally not offended because I would be stupid and blind if I would deny that there is a problem. Catholics and Orthodox Christians are out there acting like crusaders and inquisitioners. They are blaming Jews for everything, things that are not even biblical.
Yep.
In the Gospel of John, it says.
Wait, where did Himar go?
I don't know.
Dropped about 6 minutes ago.
So
By the way, I tell Christians this all the time on my panel. This is not biblical to have this perspective. You can't blame the Jews for killing Jesus. It's not what the gospel says.
Yeah, because it literally says in John chapter 10, verse 17, 18, it says that Jesus laid down his own life. No one can take his life from him. He laid it down for himself. So why they are blaming Jesus, it's not biblical. That's church doctrine or church culture. So when you said, that's why I'm not offended. Because
I wonder if you're in favor of us replacing the Catholics with the Jews. They kicking them out of Christianity and then bring in the Jews.
That's why I like to call Catholics Catholics. So that's a lot of things with the Christian Zionists.
Kicking the Catholics out.
Yeah,
do you mean the Sadducees and Pharisees of 2026? Is that what you're talking about?
This is we're having
You want the Jews and the Christians to make a crusade against the
Catholics,
Muslims, and the Catholics?
No, I think I want everybody to stop the
Chrislam.
crusades.
I mean,
crusades hasn't helped us at all.
No, we're crusading. It's too late. We're crusading.
Ugh, Mom.
There are genuine
I'll join you.
Catholics that are Zionists. Like Filipino Catholics are very Zionist. There are also Zionist Catholics in Europe and in America. There are also Protestants that are anti-Semitic. Baptists can have a white nationalist Christian identity. So the nuance is, as a Christian, I've met Zionist Christians that are Middle Eastern Orthodox, like Coptics. I've met them. I've met Assyrians, Aramaic, Armenians. So not all Orthodox and Catholics are, and not all usually most Protestants are Zionist. And the thing is, Protestants
not recently,
and that's the thing. Post October 7, this world is unrecognizable. Literally.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So that's why I say, as a Christian Zionist, Like, I'm fighting every day in comment sections on TikTok, but also on other platforms, telling Christians not to hate Jewish people. And to them, like, they are so far up caught. And I studied counterterrorism, specialized in radicalization. They are only listening to a one-sided narrative.
What's up, Gemma?
If you only want to hear a one-dimensional narrative, like, and that's the thing, that's why I'm debating them. We need to break the one-dimensional narrative that they have.
Yeah, I agree.
Josh, can I ask Josh a question real quick?
Hey, what's up?
Josh, hey, how are you, brother? Is it too broad, though, to say, like, I mean, Michael Voss had a point. I mean, the Christian, because look at Mike Huckabee. You know, Mike Huckabee's going head-to-head with Tucker Carlson 24/7. You know, look at, you know, so many Christian evangelicals. So the Christian problem, I don't know. I mean, is there any way we could put a pronoun like the anti-Jewish Christian problem, or what's
But he knows what he's doing right now. He's rage baiting the Goyim.
Guys, I'm not changing it. There's no point.
Yeah, but Shlomo, that's why I said like the
He's not trying to build. He's
like,
not trying to build inroads here.
or the false Christian
Hey
anti-Semitic
guys, let's go back to
problem.
the previous
I figured I'd
conversation.
throw it out.
I'm not changing it. That's
No,
fine.
no,
Let's
I'm
go
not
back
telling
the
you to.
previous-
But I think the problem itself is actually just replacement.
I wonder
That's
what
it is,
denomination-
replacement theology.
Don't look
what
to Josh
domination
or any of
Carson
us.
Tucker is.
Don't look to Josh or any of us to like be looking to build the inroads. I'm really more of like, you know, like I really don't care. Like it's like no matter what we do, we're still outnumbered. There's nothing we can do. Let Israel's Hasbro department worry about it.
What do you mean? That's us.
Wait, I got fired from them like on October 20 something. They said sorry, it was not working out.
I'm still getting my checks weekly.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Bro,
getting the
Tucker
they just
Carlson's a Protestant, damn it.
They raised me to 8,500.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's up,
That's why I
Ty?
have to stay away from the drama for now.
What?
What's up?
Hey.
Talk about replacement theory.
Replacement
Listen,
theology. That's what I meant.
I think whatever your name is daughter of what the king. I think
Call me
you're
Dot.
right.
Just call me D. Okay. Just call me D.
Yeah, okay, I think she's right. Anyone that gets offended from this, maybe they support replacement theology, and that's why they're offended. I don't know.
Do you know how many Christians I've had to yell at and be like, "Do you remember what happens in Roman 11? If you become proud, you also get cut off." I tell that to everybody. They don't understand. They don't want to read it. They don't want to see it. I've had Christians tell me Jesus wasn't a Jew. He was a Christian. I'm like, were you born special? Or
I've seen videos on Instagram with over 1 million likes where people explain how Jesus wasn't Jewish. He was a Nazarene or something.
That's a vow.
Or
You're getting the same algorithm as me because I'm seeing a lot of shit. And these 3 people on your screen are just like familiar faces of
They're
doing
gross.
it.
oh, my algorithm on Instagram is only anti-Semitism. It's also
Yeah, I pumped it all in mine too, and it's disgusting.
some of it is so funny. Like some of the memes are so funny.
Some of it, but then like the comments, there will be so many comments and so many likes. Then you click on the page and they have like 500 to 1 million followers, and you're like, what the actual F? And then the reason I put it on my algorithm is because I started noticing that people I knew were liking shit like this. So I wanted to like keep tabs on it, you know?
You were noticing the noticers.
I was noticing the noticers.
I had a Christian friend that I'm actually friends with send me, knowing my mother's a Jew, knowing that I was raised Jewish, knowing that like we're very religious to that, not just regular, just like Reformed. I was raised very like religious. Send me a video, and he was like, "See, I told you the Jews drink children's, you know, at during the nighttime at shul. That's what they do." And I'm like, "You do." That's not true. Like, you understand that's not true? Oh, no, you're not going to tell me. They're hiding it. I'm like, no, I am going to tell you. That's not happening. It's like I don't know. Before October 7th, everyone was for the Jews. Then all of a sudden.
Are you Jewish, though, or are you Christian? I'm confused. Sorry.
She's Jewish. She's definitely Jewish.
I grew up Jewish. I'm Messianic.
Oh, you're Messianic.
Yeah.
Her mom
My whole
is
family's
Jewish.
still Jewish, and I'll always defend the Jews. It doesn't matter. I know what their history is. I lived it.
Listen, there's always going to be anti-Semitism. It was here for the last 3,000 years. It's not going away. as long as we're successful and we're innovative and we're innovative.
To not see the anti-Semitism, but now like a lot of it just makes me laugh. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's also not easy because if you, for example, you go into the ER and you have a anti-Semitic doctor, you don't know what he's going to do. Or if you have an anti-Semitic surgeon.
I don't have that experience. I have Jewish doctors everywhere here.
You're right, Dapper, though, in business, if you're doing deals and stuff and you got a lot riding on it and there's an anti-Semite on the other end, you're in trouble. I'm with you.
That's true, too.
I mean, you're not going to do the business because he's an anti-Semite?
No. I'll do the deal, but what if he's going to do the deal wrong with me because I'm a Jew? It's happening.
I wouldn't. If I was you, I wouldn't do the deal. I wouldn't.
Well, I mean,
Why would you do the deal with an anti-Semite?
I'm a deal junkie. I like doing deals.
At the beginning of the war, I went to a trade show and we met with a few of our customers from overseas. We have some customers in Puerto Rico and in Panama and some of those kind of countries. And we met with one of our Puerto Rico customers, and it was a Palestinian, West Bank, literally immigrants from Palestine. And we know how they feel. We do great business with these people. I mean, at the end of the day, business is business.
Business is business, but the thing is, I'm talking about like your health, right? Let's say you have to go in and do like a surgery, and the guy is anti-Semitic. Would you trust him? And how would you know if he is or not?
You wouldn't know that he was because they're going to hide it.
He definitely knows that you're Jewish.
Exactly.
Because you report that on your...
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's the scary part about it.
Especially like OBGYNs, because Ashkenazis are so prone to breast cancer. It's like literally on the questionnaire.
Yeah, all they got to do is put an air bubble in, and God forbid, it goes to your lungs, and whatever. So that's why you always now this day and age you got to pick a Jewish doctor and Jewish hospital and stuff like that.
I was getting my hair cut the other day, and the guy didn't know I was Jewish because I rode up in my Harley, and I guess he didn't think Jews drove Harleys. And he's sitting there talking to me about how nasty the Jews are and how horrible the Jews are. And he's got a big freaking razor shaving me and cutting me. And I'm like, when am I going to tell this dude I'm a Jew? But when I left, I gave him the middle finger and said, go fuck yourself. I'm Jewish.
Lolly, come up. What's going on, Lolly? You're
oh my God, guys, how cute. My fourth grader, their class wrote letters to Donald Trump, and he sent them back a letter.
That's cute.
Lovely, what do you mean we don't have to go to the doctor? I'm sure everybody on this panel goes to the doctor.
Yeah, we all have psychiatrists.
These are real.
Come up, Lolly. You can vent on the panel. You don't have to type.
Jewish psychiatrist?
Oh my God, hi, Ty.
Hi, Renzi.
Thanks for having me up, Bob. I'm going to take off.
Bye.
Build a bear. You know what you should do? You should have the best Goyim award.
Who is this kid? He sounds familiar.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I am familiar.
Who are you?
I don't know. I think back when I used to go on Israeli Lives with you. I think my name was Piz. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
And then, Ramzi, remember the African guy named Bantu? That said you need to wait outside of the synagogue?
Yeah, I remember Bantu. Can't forget
coming
Bantu.
around again. Huh?
I can never forget Bantu.
Oh, yeah, he's like coming around again.
What's Lolly saying about the doctor? You don't have to go to the doctor to have anti-Semitic pieces of garbage look on TH? What does that mean?
I don't know. Lolly's upset. Lolly, come up and crash out for us.
Who's exposing messages? Lolly, you see how you just tried to turn this live into a drama live when we're really just having like a nice Jewish discussion?
Hey, you don't like Lolly's crash outs? That's funny, though.
I mean, I get it, but then the same people will come in and start commenting, oh, you guys are all about drama, but you're literally starting it. We're literally talking about an issue that we're having, and this is... But Gemma's not even talking to you, Lolly. You can discuss this with her.
Yeah,
She could come up, we could talk about it, or she can message me. Either way, I'll
I'm
talk to
getting annoyed.
Lolly.
They'll call all of us the drama people and then continue to like harass in comments like, oh, you're the ones who are doing drama and yada yada. Like, what do you want? When we're talking about regular shit, you guys have a problem. When we're not talking about regular shit, you guys have a problem. I don't think the drama's the problem anymore. I think you guys just have problems with us. Like, I'm not gonna mind my own fucking business because I'm on the panel and you're commenting. Don't talk to me like that, lady.
Lolly, be nice to Renzi. She's a queen.
You shut the fuck up. You think because you're older than me, I'm gonna shut up? Crying about what? I'm literally telling you you're a hypocrite. Nobody's crying. You're literally a hypocrite. Now go do your own thing. It's getting annoying, honestly. At first I was like, I'm not gonna get in the middle of this whole lolly thing, but like, you're getting annoying, lady.
So, anyways,
All right, I don't care about your little threats. Get started. Have fun.
she's mad because Azaria doxed her. That's why. And now she has to move. Come up and tell us what's going on, Lolly.
Somebody doxed Lolly? Damn.
Luckily for me, Lolly, I've already been doxxed left and right. There's nothing you can threaten me with, Miss Lolly.
So what else? What happened to?
I don't borrow money from people. I don't have any crazy relationships behind the scenes that you guys like love to look for. I don't have any arrests. So what are you gonna threaten me with, Miss Lolly? She's just getting
Did you
started.
see the guy from India, the leader of a 1.5 billion populated country, come to Israel and hang out with the Jews today? It's awesome.
See, now he kept like hugging BB too.
Yeah.
like he hugged him, and BB kind of like, all right, buddy, and then he like kind of like went away, and then he pulled him back in for another hug.
How cool is that? 1.5 billion people in his country, and he's schlepping to Israel to hang out with Bibi, and they're doing deals. And meanwhile, Iran is about to get, cracked. The whole thing is surreal. It's kind of cool.
They need to bring the Indians to Israel to work. If they need more workers.
Yeah, totally.
Instead of the Palestinians, they should bring the Indians.
Exactly. I love the Indians.
Yeah.
I love the Indians.
Well, maybe we can get Usher to help us with that.
That's why I didn't hate Usher. That's why I didn't hate him. Why not?
Yeah, we got to use Usher's connections to bring them into Israel.
Why not? Why not? If he can get a nickel out of the Indians and make them join the IDF, I know it's not fun. I know it's not funny to people.
You're saying Asher will convert him to Messianic Judaism?
He'll convert you to whatever Judaism you want. There's a few different sections you can join. You could be a Reformed Jew. You could be a Messianic Jew. He can even convert you to Orthodox.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that, Renzi? What's wrong with just being like, modern Jew? You don't have to be religious to become a convert.
I'm a modern Jew.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you could become modern in order to convert. You don't have to be ultra religious. I think that's what's stopping us from growing.
The thing is, I don't think there's a lot of... So the more modern communities, I don't think they do conversions. They usually always go by the Orthodox communities. I know for my community, we don't do conversions. That we leave to the Orthodox communities to do.
What's up, guys? Guys, I got a meeting in like a few minutes. I'll be back later. I'll see you guys. Bye.
Damn, that was a good conversation.